The silent power. How choosing not to react gives you control. What if your silence isn't a weakness, but a weapon the world has misunderstood? Could it be that your calm response holds more power than their loudest insult? And what if, by choosing peace over proving a point, you're actually walking in mastery? This is not just a message about staying quiet, it's a guide to regaining control, protecting your energy, and rising above the noise. Every word, every reaction, every moment of emotional restraint becomes a strategy. Let's uncover the unseen strength in silence and how choosing not to respond might be your greatest response of all. Let me tell you something. Life has a way of revealing people's true colors. And old age is when the masks fall off completely. You see, when you are young, full of strength, running here and there, doing things for others, they smile at you. They praise you. They act like they cherish you. But the moment you slow down, the moment you need them more than they need you, that's when you find out who really loves you and who was just there for the benefits. There comes a time in life when you can no longer afford to be surrounded by the ungrateful and entitled. Even if they share your blood, ungrateful people are never satisfied. No matter what you have done, no matter what you have given, it is never enough. You raised them, you sacrificed for them, you gave them your best years, and yet they act like it was nothing. They walk into your house, take what they want, leave without a thank you. They call only when they need something. They speak to you with impatience, as if your presence is an inconvenience. My friend, do not be fooled. This is not love. Love is not just about being connected by blood. Love is shown in honor, in respect, in gratitude. Some of you have poured everything into your children, your family, your friends. You put their dreams above your own. You gave when you had little. You forgave when they didn't deserve it. And now, in your later years, you look around and see that the people you sacrifice for have no time for you. You call and they don't pick up. You ask for help, and they act like you're a burden. When you were strong, they leaned on you. Now that you are tired, they walk away. But hear me. Today, your worth is not determined by their recognition. Your value is not based on whether they appreciate you or not. Gruesome, ungrateful people have a dangerous habit. They rewrite history. They forget the nights you stayed up, the times the work double shifts, the moments you put their needs above your own. They have selective memory. They remember what you didn't do, but conveniently forget everything you did. And if you're not careful, you will spend your old age trying to prove your worth to people who have already made up their minds to ignore it. Let me warn you. Entitled people will drain you. They will take your kindness and demand more. They will use your love against you. They will make you feel guilty for not giving them what they want, even when they have given you nothing. In return, you don't owe anyone your peace. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you choose to protect your heart in this season of life. If someone cannot appreciate your presence, then let them experience your absence. There comes a time when you must stop begging people to see your value. If they didn't appreciate you when you were strong, don't expect them to respect you when you're weak. Some of you are sitting in grief over relationships that God has been trying to remove from your life. Crying over people who don't care that you're hurting. You're holding on to family members who have already let go of you in their hearts. It's time to wake up. It's time to stop expecting love from people who only see you as useful when they need something. This is the season of your life where you must guard your crest. Peace like a treasure. Do not waste your energy on those who have no gratitude in their hearts. Do not chase after people who are comfortable ignoring you. Love should not be begged for. Respect should not have to be demanded. And listen to me. Family is more than just DNA. Family is about who truly loves you, who is there for you, who honors you, who respects you. Blood makes you related, but loyalty makes you family. When you start removing the ungrateful and entitled from your life, something amazing happens. You begin to feel lighter. You begin to find joy in the small things. Again, you realize that peace is worth more than proximity. You see, sometimes we think we need certain people, but in reality, what we need is the freedom from the weight they bring into our lives. Let go of the ungrateful. Let go of the ones who make you feel invisible. Let go of the ones who make you doubt your worth. You have given enough. You have sacrificed enough. Now it is time to surround yourself with those who see you, appreciate you, and love you not for what you can do but simply for who you are. There comes a point in life when you must protect your peace like it is your most precious possession. You don't have the energy to fight battles that don't belong to you. You don't have the time to entertain negativity that drains your spirit. And yet, there are people who thrive on it. People who wake up every day searching for something to be angry about, something to complain about, someone to blame. These people carry a storm with them everywhere they go. And if you let them, they will drag you right into it. Negativity is contagious. It spreads like a disease. You could be having a good day, feeling grateful, enjoying a moment of peace, and then one conversation with a bitter person will steal all of that from you. They will remind you of every wrong thing that ever happened. They will dig up the past, rehearse the pain, and poison the present with what should have been left behind. And if you're not careful, you'll find yourself carrying burdens that were never yours to begin with, you see. There are some people who refuse to heal because their identity is in their pain. They have been angry for so long that they don't know how to live without it. Their bitterness has become their comfort, their excuse, their justification for why they can't move forward. And when they see you they live in peace. They don't like it. They want to pull you into their misery. Because if they can't be happy, they don't want you to be either. Be careful who you give your ear. To be careful who you let speak into your life. Some people don't offer advice. They offer poison. They won't tell you how to fix something, they will just tell you why it's broken. They won't help you find a solution. They'll just remind you of the problem over and over again. You do not have time for that. In this stage of life, you need people who lift you up, not people who pull you down. You need people who speak life into you, not people who drain the life out of you. Negativity will make you see enemies where there are none. It will make you suspicious of people who mean you well. It will make you hold on to offenses that should have been forgiven, to wounds that should have been healed. It will rob you of joy. It will rob you of rest. It will keep you up at night, replaying things that should have been released a long time ago. There are people who have been carrying bitterness for decades. They are still angry about something that happened years ago. They are still blaming someone for a life they chose to stay stuck in. They don't want to change. They just want to complain. And if you're not careful, they will make you the same way. You must decide that your peace is more important than their approval. You must choose to walk away from conversations that serve no purpose but to stir up division and keep wounds open. You must learn to protect your mind from the poison of negativity, because at this point in life, you don't have time to waste on anger that leads nowhere, on conflicts that serve no purpose, on bitterness that only hurts you. In the end, some of you have people in your life who only call when they want to gossip, when they want to talk about what's wrong, when they want to rehearse past pain, and you've tolerated it for so long that you don't even realize how heavy it's made. You carry their burdens, their offenses, their bitterness, and you wonder why you feel so drained. It's because their negativity has been sitting in your spirit like a weight that was never yours to carry. Let them go. Let the bitterness go. Let the resentment go. You don't have to be part of every fight. You don't have to respond to every insult. You don't have to defend yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Protect your peace, protect your joy. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, who pray for you, who remind you of the goodness of life, who speak faith and hope, not just anger and frustration. This is your time to live free, to wake up with a heart that is light, to enjoy the moments God has given you. Do not waste another second, allowing someone else's bitterness to dictate your happiness. Peace is too rare to let anyone steal it from you. There is a kind of person you must be careful of, especially in this season of your in life. They come with a smile, but their heart is set on what they can take. They know the right words to say, but their intentions are not pure. These are the manipulators, the self-seeking, the ones who see you not as a person to love but as a resource to use. They come in many forms. Some are friends, some are family, some may even be people you have helped the most, and yet they have no hesitation in taking advantage of your kindness. Manipulation is a subtle thing. It doesn't always come in the form of obvious demands. No, the best manipulators make you feel guilty for setting boundaries. They make you question whether it's wrong to say no. They remind you of everything you've done for them, but not because they are grateful, because they want to keep the door open for more. They will use emotional tactics, tears, anger, and even silence to control you. They know exactly how to make you feel responsible for their happiness, for their struggles, for their poor decisions. But hear me clearly. You are not responsible for carrying another person's selfishness on your back. Some of you have spent years being drained by the people who only call when they need something. They never check on you. They never ask how you're doing. They never sit and simply enjoy your presence. No, the only time you hear from them is when they need money, when they need a favor, when they need you to fix a mess they created. And because you have a good heart, because you have always been there, they expect you to say yes every time. But let me ask you something: who is there for you? Who calls you just to say, "I love you. I appreciate you. I'm here for you"? If you can't think of many, then maybe it's time to ask yourself if you've surrounded yourself with givers or just takers. The people who manipulate you are not interested in your well-being. They are only interested in what they can gain. They will act like they love you. They will pretend to care. But the moment you stop giving, the moment you stop fulfilling their needs, you will see their true colors. And sometimes that's the best thing that can happen, because it sets you free. It shows you who was really for you and who was only for what they could get out of you. This is the time in your life when you must stop pouring into people who never pour back into you. Stop answering calls that leave you feeling empty. Stop running to rescue people who wouldn't take a single step to help you. You cannot keep setting yourself on fire to keep others warm. You cannot keep giving from a place that is already drained. And here's the truth. When you start saying no, some people will get angry when you stop allowing yourself to be used. Some people will call you selfish. But listen to me. You are not selfish for protecting your peace. You are not wrong for refusing to be manipulated. You are not cruel for expecting to be treated with the same kindness. You give. The only people who get offended when you set boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. Be careful of those who only appear when they need something. Be mindful of those who only love you when you are useful to them. Love should not be conditional. Family should not be transactional. If someone cannot value you when you have nothing to give, then they never truly value you at all. This is the time to surround yourself with people who love you, not just what you provide. People who check on you because they care, not because they need a favor. People who make you feel appreciated, not obligated. You deserve that. You deserve peace. You deserve to enjoy the years ahead without being weighed down by people who see your kindness as something to exploit. Let them go. Let the ones who only walk away. Let the ones who manipulate with guilt find someone else to control. Let the ones who were never truly for you be removed from your life. You're not losing them. They are losing you. There are some people who never seem to be happy for you. No matter what you accomplish, no matter how blessed you are, no matter how much joy you try to share, they find a way to diminish it. They are the ones who cannot celebrate your victories because your success reminds them of their failures. They see you smiling, and instead of feeling glad for you, they feel resentful. These are the envious, the jealous, the ones who would rather see you struggle than watch you shine. Jealousy is a dangerous thing. It doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it hides behind fake smiles and empty congratulations. Sometimes it disguises itself as subtle criticism, small comments meant to make you doubt yourself. Little jabs at your confidence. You mention something good happening in your life, and they respond with, "Must be nice," or "Some people have all the luck." It may seem like nothing, but over time you begin to realize they don't really want to. He see you win. And here's the thing about jealousy people. They were never truly for you. They may have been there when you were struggling. They may have stood beside you. When you had nothing but the moment you start rising, the moment things start going well, their attitude shifts. They distance themselves. They stop calling as much or worse. They start trying to undermine you, to discourage you, to make you feel guilty for the blessings God has placed in your life. Some of you know exactly who I'm talking about. You've felt it, you've seen it. You've shared your good news with someone expecting excitement, only to be met with indifference. You've worked hard to achieve something and, instead of encouragement, you've gotten cold silence. It hurts, doesn't it, to realize that someone you cared about, someone you thought was in your corner, is actually rooting against you. But you must understand this. Your blessings are not up for debate. You do not need to shrink yourself to make someone else comfortable. You do not need to downplay your success to protect someone else's insecurities. What God has for you is for you. No one's jealousy can take it away. No one's resentment can undo it. You do not need their approval to be blessed. Jealousy will make a person do things they never thought they were capable of. It will turn friends into enemies. It will make family act like strangers. It will cause people to gossip, to lie, to manipulate, all because they cannot stand to see you walk in favor. And the sad part is, they could have been blessed too. They could have been walking in joy too. But instead of focusing on what God has for them, they are too busy being bitter about what He has given you. So what do? You distance yourself. You stop expecting support from people who refuse to give it. You stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You stop looking for approval from those who secretly hope to see you fail. You let them go. Because the truth is, anyone who cannot celebrate with you is not truly for you, and don't let them make you feel guilty. Some of you have been made to feel bad for your success. You've been told you changed. You've been accused of acting differently, but let me tell you, something growth will always look like betrayal to those who refuse to grow with you. It is not your responsibility to stay small so that someone else doesn't feel insecure. It is not your duty to remain in struggle just so someone else doesn't feel left behind. If they truly loved you, they would be clapping for you, not questioning you. Be careful of the ones who only liked you when you were struggling. Be careful of the ones who supported you as long as you stayed. Beneath them, be careful of the ones who act distant every time you step into a new blessing that is not love, that is not friendship, that is envy. And you don't need that in your life. Let Him watch. Let Him talk. Let them be uncomfortable. But do not, under any circumstances, let them stop you. You have worked too hard, prayed too long, fought too many battles to let someone else's insecurity rob you of your joy. Keep moving forward. Keep walking in favor. Keep being everything God called you to be, because the right people will celebrate with you and the wrong ones will remove themselves there. Are people in your life who carry a storm with them? Wherever they go, every time they come around, there's a problem. There's drama. There's something they need you to fix, something they need you to rescue them from. And no matter how many times you help them, no matter how many times you give them advice, they never seem to change. These are the chaotic, the unstable, the ones who thrive on crisis and confusion, and if you are not careful, their storm will become your storm. They don't want to learn from their mistakes. They would rather live in constant turmoil, bouncing from one bad decision to the next, always looking for someone to clean up their mess. And for years, maybe even decades, you have played that role. You've been the one answering the late night phone calls, the one bailing them out, the one giving them money, the one trying to talk sense into them, and yet nothing changes. And here's the hard truth. Some people don't want solutions. They want sympathy. They don't, I want to get better. They want attention. They don't want to be free. Because their identity is wrapped up in their struggle, they would rather be the victim than take responsibility. And as long as you keep trying to save them, they will keep pulling you down with them at some point. You have to recognize that it's not your job to fix them. It's not your job to carry their burdens. It's not your job to keep putting out fires. They keep setting. Because while you're spending all your energy trying to keep them afloat, your own peace is slipping away. You're losing sleep. You're stressing over problems that aren't even yours. You're being drained by someone who has no intention of changing, and that is not your burden to bear. You can love people, you can pray for them, but you cannot make them change. You cannot make them choose peace. You cannot force them to break free from their chaos. That is something they have to want for themselves. And until they do, the only thing you can do is step back, protect your peace. Refuse to be dragged into their cycle of dysfunction. Let them learn lessons they need to learn and understand this when you start pulling. The way they will try to make you feel guilty. They will say you've abandoned them. They will say you don't care. They will remind you of everything you've done for them in the past, trying to guilt you into doing it again, but you are not wrong for protecting yourself. You are not heartless for choosing peace. You are not a bad person for refusing to be caught up in someone else's constant turmoil. Some of you have spent years sacrificing your own well-being for the sake of people who refuse to take responsibility for their own lives. You've allowed their storms to become your storms. You've let their stress, their bad choices, their endless drama steal your joy. But there comes a time when you must say enough. There comes a time when you must step away from the people who refuse to grow. There comes a time when you must choose peace over chaos, wisdom over foolishness, and freedom over dysfunction. Because peace is priceless. There is nothing in this world more valuable than waking up in the D2, morning without stress, weighing you down without chaos, knocking at your door without the constant burden of other people's problems sitting on your shoulders. You deserve that kind of peace. You deserve to enjoy your days without feeling obligated to fix someone else's life. You deserve to live without being constantly drained by people who refuse to change. And if that means letting go, then let go. If that means saying no, then say no. If that means creating distance, then create distance. Because your peace is worth protecting, your joy is worth preserving, your life is too valuable to waste on people who refuse to take control of their own. Let them go. Let them figure it out. Let them deal with the consequences of their choices. And you walk in peace. You move forward. You live the life God has called you to live, free, whole, and unburdened. By the weight of someone else's storm, there are people who speak, but their words do not build you up. They tear you down. They plant seeds of doubt. They make you question your own worth. These are the negative voices, the critics, the ones who have made it their mission to remind you of your flaws, your past mistakes, your short. And if you listen to them long enough, you'll start believing that you are not enough, that you are incapable, that you are unworthy of the blessings in your life. Words have power, the things people speak over. You can shape the way you see yourself. Some of you have spent years carrying words that were spoken to you in anger, in bitterness, in jealousy. Maybe it was a parent who told you that you would never amount to anything. Maybe it was a friend who doubted your dreams. Maybe it was a family member who criticized everything you did. And even though time has passed, those words still linger. They still affect the way you think, the way you move, the way you see your own reflection. But let me tell you something. The only words that matter are the ones God speaks over you. The only truth that matters is the truth of who you are in His eyes. You are not a failure. You are not a mistake. You are not defined by what people say about you. And you are certainly not obligated to sit and listen to negativity from people who do not see your worth. Some of you have allowed certain voices to stay in your life for far too long. You have let their opinions dictate your confidence. You have let their doubts shape your decisions. You have let their criticism keep you from stepping into the fullness of what God has for you. And it's time to cut those voices off. It's time to stop giving access to people who only speak defeat over your life. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your journey. Not everyone has earned the right to speak into your life. And if their words do nothing but drain you, discourage you, and make you feel less than who God created you to be, then you do not need to keep them around. Because what happens when you keep listening to the wrong voices? You start living in fear. You start doubting yourself. You start hesitating on the things you know God has called you to do. How many dreams have been abandoned because someone said that's impossible? How many callings have been ignored because someone said you're not good enough? How many dreams Blessings have been missed because someone whispered you don't deserve. That you cannot allow negative voices to have power over your life. You cannot keep giving weight to words that are meant to break you. You must surround yourself with people who lift you up, who remind you of your strength, who encourage you to keep going, because the right voices will speak life into you. They will remind you that you are capable, that you are chosen, that you are loved. They will see the potential in you even when you don't see it in yourself. And listen, cutting off negative voices does not mean you are holding a to-heaven courting grudge. It does not mean you are bitter. It does not mean you are angry. It simply means you value your peace enough to protect it. It means you respect yourself enough to guard your mind from words that do not serve you. It means you are choosing to listen to God's truth instead of man's opinion. Some of you have been carrying words that were never meant for you. It's time to release them. It's time to let go of what they said about you. It's time to blank by said. Stop replaying those old conversations in your mind, because you are not what they call you. You are not their insults. You are not their doubts. You are not the names they put on you. You are who God says you are. And if that means walking away from certain relationships, then walk away. If that means creating boundaries, then create them. If that means distancing yourself from people who refuse to speak life into you, then do it without hesitation. Because your spirit is too valuable to be poisoned by negativity. Your purpose is too great to be diminished by small-minded words. You have a life to live, a purpose to fulfill, a destiny to step into. Do not let their voices hold you back. Do not let their words dictate your future. Do not let their negativity steal your joy. Tune them out, turn away, and listen to the voice of truth, because when you do, you will find freedom. You will find strength, and you will walk in the fullness of everything God has planned for you. Life is too short to be weighed down by the wrong people as you grow older. Your peace, your joy, and your well-being must become priorities. There is no shame in protecting your heart, guarding your mind, and distancing yourself from those who drain your spirit. Not everyone is meant to walk with you in every season. Some relationships must be released, so you can step into the fullness of what God has for you. Let go of those who bring chaos, who manipulate, who tear you down, who refuse to change, and who speak negativity over your life. Surround yourself with love, wisdom, and encouragement. Choose peace over dysfunction. Choose freedom over obligation. Walk in the confidence that God's plan for you is greater than the opinions of others. Protect your soul, guard your heart, and live in the purpose He has set before you.